And today I'm going to teach you how to remove the screen, right? Sometimes someone has a problem, needs to clean the screen and either wants to disassemble it simply to do some maintenance on the screen or even to see when the screen has a problem, because it's not going up and down. And this video here is useful for both mechanics, shops, right, for sound stores, among many other things. And people who are curious also want to see what the original system of the screen is like, right? So today I'm going to teach you how to disassemble it. It's not very difficult, right, to do the disassembly. To do the disassembly, we have to remove the two air vents here below. The air vent, it's very simple to remove. We use one of these orange keys here, right? These plastic keys here to fit here on the side and give a slight pull forward of the air vents here. So, after we manage to pull the air vent forward a little bit, we come with our normal hand and we are going to remove the entire air vent. So, what are we going to do? We are going to pull it all out. Once you have removed the air vents, we are going to have two holes here, right? Inside these holes here below, where you can see my finger in this direction upwards, you are going to have two screws, one for each side. One of the screws is this one, okay? It is a Torx T25 wrench, okay? So you are going to use a Torx T25 wrench to be able to remove it. In this case, it is the wrench, it is up to here, look. This is the type of wrench here that you are going to use to remove it. It is a Torx T25 wrench and there is a screw on this side and a screw on this other side here. Remove the screw on each side. Then between the mouth here of the air vent and the screen, you are going to put your finger and push upwards so that the screen lifts, okay? It's only held in place by these two screws and a clip. At first, it might be a little difficult for you to remove it because here in the front, look, they have these two metal clips here, look, which you can see in the front, okay? So, look, here is a screw that goes in this direction inside the air conditioning inlet and the other on this side. Then you're going to simply push these two forward here, these two metal clips, and push them forward, upwards, right? Here, look, underneath, okay? So much so that you'll see if you put your hand here and put your finger in, you'll see that your finger comes out here on the other side, look. You'll see that it gives you perfect access here, okay? You're going to push it upwards and after pushing it upwards, we'll be able to remove the screen completely. So here we lift it up, look, here's the screen, as you can see. You can even see the screen here, look. The complete screen with the display. And here at the bottom of it, you'll see that we already have the connectors here. There are only two connectors that are connected to this screen. These are the connectors where you press the tip of the connector and disconnect it and pull it back to release the connector. It's very simple. Sometimes people want to clean the contact, you want to do a little trick here because there's a bad contact, something like that, and you want to make sure that everything is connected properly here. It's very simple to remove the screen, okay? It's just two screws and two clips. Nothing, but there's nothing difficult here. And for the people who did the retrofit of this screen here so that this screen becomes the MMI Plus screen, the basic principle is that you have to learn how to disassemble it, that's it. To change it to the MMI Plus, I'm not going to make a video because I didn't buy the screen to do the change, and two, that I don't think I'm going to buy because for me it's not worth the investment, okay? Hey, if anyone is going to do it or wants to replace the screen with the M Plus screen and wants to do the job and also wants to help the channel, buy everything related to replacing the screen, let us know, come here, we'll replace the entire screen, okay? And take the opportunity to record it for the channel so everyone can have this content and see how the replacement is done, okay? And then it's very simple. When you're going to replace the screen with the MMI Plus screen, you're going to disassemble this back plate here. You're going to have to loosen these four screws. Loosen this little metal plate that you can see here at the bottom. It's the original sound, it's Alpine. You can see it here, look. It says Alpine here, okay? Later I'll zoom in so you can take a look. I'll post a little picture. That's cool, interesting to know that a lot of people don't know. And you're going to remove this here, replace this plate. You're going to remove this plastic part here that is the finish underneath, these little tabs here. plastic too, and you're going to replace the screen. You're going to remove this entire display and put in a brand new one. And to assemble it, it's very simple, right? After you do that, you're going to close the screen properly, and then we're going to install the screen back in the car. I'm not going to remove the plugs there and such because I don't think there's any need, because we're not really going to replace the screen or do any maintenance. But this video here is cool for everyone to see how simple it is to remove, which a lot of people sometimes think is super difficult and all that. And another cool thing is that this plastic finish here on top, it's held in place by little clips here in the front, as you can see. So you can remove just this plastic finish here on top of the dashboard, if you want, okay? And to install it back, we just snap it in here. Let's go. Let's snap it back in here, look. We snap it back in here, right? Push it down. It will click here, right, to lock, to have locked the screen directly. We can even test it to see if it's working. Obviously it will be working, because there's not much to it not being. Look, the screen is working, everything is fine, everything is normal, there's no error, right? It's very simple to do this. I'm going to turn it off here, and now I'm just going to put it back together. To put it back together, we're going to put a screw here on each side and fit the air conditioning outlet back in. So, what are we going to do? We're going to take this screw that comes with it, which is a Torx T25, and we're going to fit this screw back in here. And now, after we put the little screw here, right, one on each side, we're going to come to the easiest part of all, which is to put the air conditioning outlets back in. So, we come here, fit, right, the air conditioning outlet in the two holes here, right. Aligned here, we just push it back to lock it. All set up, everything is working. The screen is locked in place. Then, look, turn on the car. The screen will automatically come up.